Right now at 5, a local fire chief is retiring after a decades-long career. How the community came together to celebrate his legacy.
And one organization is holding a fundraiser to help some furry friends join in their ferret therapy sessions. What you can do to help those in need.
You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 5.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us for News 8 Now at 5. I'm Ken Kozarowski.
And I'm Emily Brown.
Well, we will get to those stories in just a bit, but first, it is chilly out there.
Super chilly outside.
So let's go right over to Greg and get the latest on the forecast.
Exactly what was expected this week too, right? But we do have something coming up, a little bit of snow that's going to be really the first snow of the season. Not a big deal for, winter standards, but for the first snow, it actually is something to keep in mind of. So we have snow and breezy conditions for your morning commute. We'll get more in details of that. Most of the accumulation will probably be on grassy surfaces, but we could see some slushy parts of the road. Otherwise, that's your system that we're tracking that is beginning to push into the state here. Snow has not quite gotten to Eau Claire, just cloudy conditions, but that is the one that's going to be bringing the clouds, the snow, and continued cool conditions. But right now, still pretty good overall. Temperatures right now very cool. Once again, well below average. We're in the 30s. The good news is, once again, the wind is not so bad. So overall, the wind chill that we've had a couple last few days is not overly too bad. But overall, as we look at the evening, just increasing clouds for La Crosse. It will remain dry. The snow will be coming well after 10 o'clock. We'll still be in the 30s, so a chilly evening. Otherwise, for Eau Claire, the clouds are already there. We'll start seeing some snow probably closer to 10, start to move into the area. Once again, light snow. We'll see the winds later on here picking up. But really for tomorrow, it's kind of what to grab your gear. It's not going to be a big event, but it will be something to make mind of that you might have to push some snow a little bit around. I'll break down how much, when the wind comes, and what the temperatures look like towards the end of the week when we will return back to the 50s, hopefully.
All right, well, in the meantime, what a fun couple of days it's going to be.
All right.
Thanks, Greg. A former Trempealeau County teacher is found guilty of a child sexual assault charge. A jury unanimously found Nicholas Bergeron guilty of second-degree sexual assault of a child. He used to teach at Osseo Fairchild High School and had been accused of inappropriately touching a 15-year-old student back between 2021 and 2022. The court has ordered a pre-sentence investigation. One of the men accused of a 2021 triple homicide is pleading guilty to one count. Kamthaneth Ratanasak pleads guilty to one count of first-degree intentional homicide as a party to a crime. The other charges will be dismissed. It's part of a plea deal with the state earlier this year. He'll receive mandatory life in prison with a chance of release after 20 years. In exchange for the plea, Ratanasak testified against Nia Tao, the other man who was charged in that triple homicide. Tao's first trial ended in a hung jury.
Well, a Winona fire chief is passing the torch after 31 years serving the city of Winona. Kurt Biddle was honored in a ceremony today at the Winona City Hall Council Chambers. He was surrounded by colleagues, family, and friends as he reflected on his years serving the community. Chief Biddle was known for encouraging fellow firefighters to become nationally registered paramedics. He also led efforts that helped thousands receive COVID-19 vaccines in 2021. Before swearing in his successor, Assistant Fire Chief Joel Corcoran, Biddle had a few wise words to share.
Be open-minded enough to allow as many other people into decision makings when time allows. You're going to get a bigger bang for your buck.
Biddle also advised Corcoran to surround himself with the brightest and to start training his predecessor now. Joel Corcoran was the assistant fire chief for the city of Winona for the last 7 years.
The nonprofit organization HorseSense is asking the community to help support the group's 7 therapy horses this winter. The aim is to raise $7,500 from the community to cover the cost of hay and grain for approximately 6 months of winter that Coon Valley will be enduring the next few months. Each horse eats 1 bale of hay per day, and all that is being asked is $5. Executive Director Samantha Hall explains why the donations are vital this time of year.
Because it's going to carry us through this off season where we don't have any programmatic income until we can start riding again in March. So this donation will help make sure that our horses get the excellent care that they need. Without them, we wouldn't be able to do what we do.
We have more information on the donation process at all of our digital platforms.
Another Cooley Region business is being honored for its inclusive practices. The Department of Workforce Development recognized Viroqua's Tractor Supply Company today. The event is part of the state's effort to celebrate National Disability Employment Awareness Month. Tractor Supply Company has been working with Aptiv to employ people with disabilities. Currently, 4 members of the staff have disabilities. The store's general manager says seeing their confidence grow is one of his favorite things.
Seeing them come up to me and say, hey, I'm getting better at the scanner, I found out what this at, and seeing that excitement in them brings joy, knowing that, hey, they like coming to work and that they feel like, you know, they're not getting put off to the side.
The store's assistant manager adds they're grateful for DWD's recognition of what they've done to help the community. Last week, La Crosse's Duluth Trading Company was also recognized by the DWD for its hiring practices.
Just ahead tonight at 5, the fight against artificial intelligence.
The steps President Biden is taking to ensure the safety of Americans as the threat of AI increases. We'll be right back after this.
What you see is important. That makes quality eye care important too. Get personalized care from experienced optometrists at Shopko Optical. Better eye care. You'll see. Don't need glasses. See us for your contacts and save on your annual supply.
Discovering the perfect paint for your home has never been easier at Menards. Fast Prime 2 Interior Primer and Sealer is available, formulated with stain blocking technology, and has an exceptional dry time. Get a gallon for $17.79 after 11% rebate. Plan smart with Zinsser Smart Coat and interactive tools at smartcoat.com. Buy smart, in-store or online for home delivery, and paint smart with this advanced interior paint and primer in one. It's just $19.56 after 11% off.
Save big money at Menards.
Prairie du Chien, Wisconsin, in fall. Surrounded by breathtaking colors, with so many fall things to do, like picking and exploring. Celebrate fall in Prairie du Chien with us at one of many great events. Along the Mississippi, between the majestic river bluffs, fall in Prairie du Chien, Wisconsin. We'll see you soon.
College is more than the knowledge you gain. It's a place to cultivate your curiosity. It's where you explore the potential and what's next. It's where you find the tenacity to rise, rather than settle for good enough. It's a series of moments that add up to form your future self. It's where what you want is within reach, on your terms. It's where you find a career, not just a job. Western Technical College. Discover what you're made of.
When it's time to get on the road again, trust the family of car dealerships that's been serving Western Wisconsin for 100 years.
No matter where you are, there is an Osseo Automotive location close to you. From the farm fields of the Chippewa Valley to the banks of the mighty Mississippi River.
Whether you're looking for something new to drive or need service on an existing vehicle, you can count on us.
Osseo Automotive is Osseo Ford and Nels Gunderson Chevrolet in Osseo, Rudy's in Whitehall, and Fountain City Ford. Check us out at OsseoAuto.com.
Time is running out. Shopko Optical can help maximize your vision benefits and FSA dollars before they expire. Get a comprehensive eye exam and discover your new style. Call Shopko Optical or visit shopko.com to schedule your exam.
Expect more from News 8 Now. Thanks for watching.
President Biden is taking new steps to try to ensure that new artificial intelligence programs do not pose new risks to Americans.
But the president is limited in what he can do without help from Congress.
Skylar Henry has more details from the White House.
The executive order, safe, secure, and trustworthy development of the use of artificial intelligence.
President Biden signed an executive order Monday designed to strengthen protections for Americans as the use of artificial intelligence continues to grow.
One thing is clear. To realize the promise of AI and avoid the risk, we need to govern this technology.
Among the features in the order is a requirement that some AI developers perform safety tests on their systems and share the results of those tests with the government before they're deployed. It also creates an advanced cybersecurity program to detect vulnerabilities in software systems and a national security memo on the military's use of AI, as well as how adversaries are using the technology.
I'm directing the Department of Defense and the Department of Homeland Security, both of them, to develop game-changing cyber protections that will make our computers and our critical infrastructure more secure than it is today.
President Biden has been working with world leaders to establish global standards for AI's use and to counter AI programs being developed and deployed by China.
The order is about making sure that AI systems can earn the American people's trust, the people's trust around the world.
The executive order also urges Congress to pass data privacy legislation to protect all Americans, especially kids. Skylar Henry, CBS News, the White House.
Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer is working with a bipartisan group of lawmakers focused on crafting AI legislation. The Senate is also expected to host a pair of AI forums later this week.
Well, coming up, massive airstrikes overseas continued overnight. What the Israeli military is saying tonight about the massive number of attacks.
And we got some bone-chilling cold for Halloween trick-or-treating, but in the meantime, we got some snow to deal with. I'll track down the snow, the wind that comes with it, any road issues, and whether we'll see 50 later this week. All that coming up on your First Warn Weather Update after the break.
I did know that back pain, foot pain come along with the job of waiting tables, but since getting the arch supports from the Good Feet store, I have had no pain. I'm more positive. It's like opening up a whole new life, like sunshine coming out.
See how we can help you too at the Good Feet store.
Cracks in brick, cracks in block, sticking windows or doors, settling or sinking foundation, it's a fact. Foundation problems don't get better with time, but they do get better when you call American Waterworks.
To everyone who craves a fresh meal, come have a taste of Wisconsin.
America's Dairyland.
As in real dairy.
It gives Culver's fresh frozen custard its famous rich and creamy flavor.
Like really rich.
So rich.
Rich and creamy.
And our cook-to-order Butterburgers?
They're topped with, you guessed it, Wisconsin cheese.
But it's the smiles we put on your face with every meal made just for you.
It really makes our hearts melt.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
I went from doing heroin and cocaine on a daily basis to selling things, stealing things, even selling to my friends, and then cutting it down just to keep my addiction going. Knowing that there's Narcan out there that could help you not die and have that chance at tomorrow, I'd hope everyone does their due diligence in learning ways they can get it.
Culligan Water takes pride in being your local water experts. We live here, work here, and dedicate our lives to improving our area's water. We deliver the world's best water treatment and the industry's best service to you. Culligan Water, your local water experts.
It's the biggest event in King Furniture's history, a complete and total liquidation of all in-stock items in our store. Shop over $2 million of quality name brand furniture priced for immediate liquidation. This will be a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to save as never before on living room, dining room, bedroom furniture, and more. When each and every piece of furniture has been sold, King Furniture will shut down for 30 to 60 days for a complete and total renovation. Don't miss the King Furniture Total Liquidation Sale going on now.
Dr. Mehta knows pain.
Oftentimes, I see patients with pain in their knees, their hips, their back, and it's actually coming from their feet.
Her suggestion?
It's as easy as going into a Good Feet store.
Come in for your free arch support fitting.
You're watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
Welcome back to News 8 Now at 5. We are getting new footage shot from southern Israel showing flares trailing white smoke and landing in the Gaza Strip this morning. Palestinians in Gaza reported fierce air and artillery strikes as Israeli troops, backed by tanks, pressed into the enclave with a ground assault, prompting more international calls for civilians to be protected. Israel's military says it has struck over 600 militant targets over the past few days as it continued to expand ground operations in the Gaza Strip, where Palestinian civilians are in dire need of fuel, food, and clean water as the conflict enters its fourth week now. A brother of one of the hostages taken by Hamas militants shares with CBS News that he wants the world to focus on getting every hostage released.
We don't know any information. Nobody tell us what his situation is, if alive or dead, what's happening there. And one of the reasons that we came here to speak with you and to speak all over the world, to just try to reach any information in any channel, you know, cross-rate or relationships or I don't know what. If anybody know any information, we will glad to have it. The second reason is that we need your support. You know, there is now a lot of psychology terrorism on all over the world.
Israeli authorities say the militants killed some 1,400 people and took at least 239 hostages in their cross-border assault. Meantime, the federal government is investing more money in combating hate crimes. The Department of Justice has announced $38 million in grants to help local communities. This comes as threats increase against Jews, Palestinian Muslims, and Arab Americans since war broke out between Israel and Hamas. The grants include more than $8 million to community-based organizations, $17 million to state and local law enforcement, and $2 million dedicated for hate crime prevention efforts. The DOJ says the total amount this year is more than the department awarded in the past 2 years combined.
The tentative agreement between General Motors and the UAW came early this morning at the union headquarters in Detroit. The deal reportedly contains a record-setting 25% wage increase along with cost of living increases. GM is the last of the Detroit automakers to settle. Stellantis, the parent company of Chrysler, Ram, and Jeep, reached agreement Saturday. Ford announced its deal last week. A wave of coast-to-coast strikes started September 15th when the union's agreements with the companies expired. All 3 agreements still must be ratified by the rank and file.
I'm hopeful that we can get to that point and get back to work making the best vehicles on the planet.
In past years, the UAW would negotiate pattern agreements, meaning it would only target one company for a strike if no agreement was reached. This is the first time employees from all 3 of the country's major auto companies walked off the job.
Well, I gotta ask, because I was out of town in the Milwaukee area, did snow actually touch the ground here?
It did. It was right outside my window, and therefore I stayed inside and watched Halloween movies. I did not go out and partake in the festivities.
That's a good strategy. I guess Greg may have enjoyed seeing the snowflakes touch down, because it's a new challenge for the meteorology department.
Yeah, it is definitely that first snow of the year, and we did have a little bit of flakes of snow compared to what we had. This actually satellite shows the system that we're actually watching with the snow, but if you see the whiteness over here, that's snow on the ground from the previous system in Montana and Dakotas. You can actually see some of it in Nebraska too, but that kind of melted away from the previous system. So we're going to see this come through. That's a system we're tracking here. Overall, light snow through tomorrow morning. Snow showers up to 2 inches. I think a lot of it will be on grassy areas, but we could see some slush maybe on more quieter type, less traveled roads. And then we do have some more rain chances coming late next weekend into early next week. A lot of questions remain on that, but so far, overall temperature is still chilly. We're going to finally get to about 50 maybe by Friday, and the weekend looks pretty seasonable. Upper 40s, low 50s, depending on where you're at. And then we do start cooling back down next week. Nothing too significant, but still back into the 40s. Overall, time in the snow, it's going to be taking a while to get up to Eau Claire, but I think eventually by the time we get past midnight or close to it, you'll see some light snow spreading across the area from Ladysmith to Eau Claire. Eventually, as we get closer to about 2, we'll start seeing more of it kind of touch down closer to La Crosse. This first wave goes across, rotates through. We might have a little bit of a break between 4 and 6 in some areas. More areas up to the north will continue to see light snow. And then kind of the back edge of this comes through by the morning commute for La Crosse area. So that's where we're seeing continuing light snow. That'll linger probably through about 9 to 10. You'll start seeing it break up to the north first. Maybe just after noon, you'll start seeing it break up to the south. And then you can start seeing more sun come out probably by the afternoon, especially north of the area. However, the winds will be still blowing, so still quite chilly. And then really we start seeing more clearing skies, or at least partly cloudy skies this time tomorrow night. Snow will be well done, but the winds will still be a little bit still breezy out of the northwest. Amounts of snow, like I said, a lot of areas further north will probably have a better shot of actually seeing snow. Less 1 to 2, and once again, a lot of this is probably not on roads. It's more or less going to be on grassy areas, but still, once again, we might see a little bit of slush. With the winds, that could reduce visibility. These winds are going to be gusting pretty good, 15 to 20 miles per hour sustained throughout the period, so reduced visibility along with that snow will probably be the main travel issue we deal with. We won't see these winds really back down probably until late the afternoon. Once again, that will create a wind chill. For advisories right now, there's nothing. You just passed the ones to the north for some snow advisories, but nothing in our area right now. Once again, big picture shows all this beginning to push east over time. And then when we get to Wednesday and Thursday, the winds start turning a little bit more westerly. We're going to start seeing those temperatures begin to modify a little bit. And as we look towards the weekend, once again, a lot of question marks, but we do have another shot. Another front's going to be coming through by Friday through the weekend. We'll have more details on that. But for right now, really the main picture is going to be for tonight with the snow coming in. Temperatures overall upper 20s and 30s. Once again, after midnight, it'll go through the morning commute. The winds will pick up, but probably closer to morning. That'll be the problem with the visibility being reduced with some of the light snow. We'll start seeing more sun in the afternoon, a little bit towards noon up to the north, probably later afternoon to the south. Look at those temperatures, upper 30s, but once again with that wind, you'll probably have a wind chill probably in the 20s most of the day. So once again, more like a mid-December day than Halloween as we go on. The good news is we do get closer to 50 as we get Thursday, definitely get into the 50s or close to it Friday and Saturday. And once again, as we have to do with a time change again, we're going to get back into some wet weather potentially as we get towards early next week. But overall, once again, take it slow tomorrow. It's not a significant weather event for snow-wise for winter, but it definitely is the first one of the season. So everyone kind of gets a little up in arms about that and crazy, but it's just, it won't last. That's good news.
All right, Greg. Thanks very much. Yep. When we come back tonight at 5, the world is continuing to mourn after losing one of our beloved friends. A look at how many New Yorkers are remembering the life of Matthew Perry.
Don't be tricked by sales and free stuff. Better products at better prices on all your home improvements during the 2023 Fall Home Show at the Board Store Home Improvements. Don't miss it.
Hello? Yeah, this is Russell Nicolay. Yeah, bald head, sunglasses, you got it. Yeah. Billboards, baby.
Whoa, 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 man. Hey, if they want the real Nicolay, they should get the real Nicolay. Thank you. Russell Nicolay here. Yeah, we can help.
In a world full of choices, make sure you get the real Nicolay.
Fake beard, really, man?
Oh, come on, it's like looking in a mirror, isn't it?
I don't know about that.
News 8 Now and Dairyland Power Cooperative present the Community Calendar.
Join us for an epic night of music, fun, and giving back with Rock the Kettle, an electrifying event that combines the power of music with the spirit of giving. Saturday, November 5th at the Pearl Street Brewery. It's time for the Monroe County Historical Society's Arts and Crafts Show. Saturday, November 4th at Sparta High School, one of the area's largest craft shows featuring over 150 booths.
For more information on these events, or if you'd like to submit an event, visit news8000.com.
The Treehouse, treasures from the heart.
The Treehouse Gift and Home on Alaska. Escape, relax, browse in our 10,000 square foot gift shop. Shop thousands of gift ideas and allow our trusted professionals to help you breathe new decorative life into your favorite holiday spaces. Come make shopping local a family tradition and spin the new prize wheel during our Christmas open house, Thursday through Saturday, November 2nd through the 4th. May God bless you and your family this holiday season.
For 46 years straight, more of you have trusted Ford F-Series trucks to help save the day. Stretch the weekend, haul, or tow just about anything, anywhere. That's because they're built Ford tough. And it's why Ford F-Series are America's best-selling trucks 46 years straight. And for that, we thank you. Now get a new 2023 Ford F-150 with 3.9% financing for 60 months, plus up to $3,500 in total savings. Only at your local Northland Ford dealers.
Join the conversation at facebook.com/news8000. Or you can always find us at news8000.com. You expect more, so thank you for watching News 8 Now.
Acclaimed actor Matthew Perry, best known for the long-running sitcom Friends, has died at age 54. Perry was found dead at his home in Los Angeles after police responded to a 911 call for a water rescue Saturday afternoon. Perry rose to fame with his iconic role Chandler Bing on Friends. Beloved for his eccentric mannerisms and quirky personality, he quickly became a fan favorite on the show that ran for 10 seasons. Fans gathered outside the Friends house in the West Village in New York City overnight to pay tribute to the late actor, creating a makeshift memorial with flowers and candles.
He had just this natural, impeccable comedic timing that just would catch everybody off guard. His sarcasm, his wit, it was untouched, especially at the time.
Perry was found unresponsive in a hot tub at his Los Angeles home Saturday. An investigation into the 54-year-old's death is ongoing.
3 giant pandas at the Smithsonian National Zoo in Washington, D.C. are gearing up to say goodbye to America. Mei Xiang, Tian Tian, and their son Xiaoqi Ji have been on loan from China and are due to fly back by the middle of November. They'll be escorted by 2 panda keepers and a veterinarian while traveling in specialized crates with their favorite foods. Over the last couple of weeks, visitors have been flocking to the zoo to say farewell as animal keepers prep the pandas for a smooth transition.
We just have to be sure that the bears are accustomed to their crates, which they all are at this point. We have to be sure that there's plenty of food on board to keep them happy while they're satiated while they're traveling. I'll certainly be sad when they're not here, but to have been a part of something so amazing for so many years has been the highlight of my career.
Over the last 50 years, China has continued to own and lease giant pandas to zoos in the United States.
I'm sad about this one. That's my favorite animal.
Oh, is it
I'm not
really?
going to be able to see them. I have to go to China.
I guess so.
China.
Well, we'll have a look at what's coming up at 6 when we come back. And of course, Greg will have one more check of your forecast.
Blaine's Farm and Fleet's Fall Workwear event is going on now. We're your one-stop shop for quality boots and apparel, offering unbeatable deals on workwear to help your hard-earned dollars go further. Right now, get $25 in Carhartt bucks for every $125 you spend on Carhartt gear. 40% off men's work and sport long sleeve Henleys. Shop new fall styles of Ariat rebar workwear. Plus, don't miss up to 25% off Milwaukee Packout products with a qualifying purchase.
Find value at Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Ready to transform your space? Or perhaps your favorite room just needs a few updates? Let our design consultants help you discover the possibilities to update your home. We take the time to discuss your space, your needs, and your budget. Cooley Carpet will help you every step of the way, from start to finish, with design professionals and expert installation to meet all your expectations. Let our dedicated team help you achieve your dream space. Visit us at Cooley Carpet Center on Mormon Cooley Road in La Crosse.
If you're a young person and you haven't already buried yourself in debt, I've got good news for you. I can teach you how to fund your kids' college education without going anywhere near a student loan and help you retire as a millionaire. If you're interested, give me a call. If you're skeptical, give me a call. One guarantee, I will try to sell you nothing.
'Cause everybody's welcome at Firefighters Credit Union.
At Affordable Dentures and Implants, we believe in the healing power of a new smile, the way it makes you look and feel, the way a smile lights up a room, so people can see the best version of you, which is why we make new smiles affordable for everyone, so you don't need to wait another day to get your smile back. Scan the QR code to learn more, or visit affordabledentures.com.
Go ahead and smile.
There's times when you don't hear things, you don't realize it. So that's when I first started wanting to get hearing aids. The customer service sold me. You have a problem, you can come in here and somebody's going to take care of you. A friend of mine was looking for a new place to go, and I recommended Better Hearing. I just told him the customer service is excellent. That's what keeps me coming back. It's a good place to come.
Better Hearing Center, 11th and Main, Onalaska, next to St. Pat's Church.
You live a life on demand. Movies, shows, and more. Your local news, weather, and sports shouldn't be different. The 8000 Plus app is the free streaming option, giving you everything local on your time. If you have one of these, you can get this.
Yeah, we're going to have a light snow for your morning commute, so we might have some at least wet roads, maybe some slush roads, depending on that. Visibility will be reduced, something to keep in mind up for your morning commute. Not a big deal, but definitely is the first snow that we're going to be dealing with. So other than that, it's going to be a cold Halloween trick-or-treating, and we should begin to warm back up at least a little bit by the end of the week and hopefully reach 50 again.
All right, Greg, thanks very much, and thank you all for joining us tonight at 5.
We'll see you at 6.